Unported. Happy new month. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nduta Kinenjui. This is the world of NK and this is a sit down video. I want to talk about why we set resolutions and don't follow up with them to the end of the year, or why we set resolutions and they don't work. Well, first of all, let me just say that this video is coming just at the right time, at the beginning of a new month. When we set resolutions at the beginning of January or at the end of last year, and then when you look at the resolutions that you set for yourself to I am 100% sure that a lot of us have let go of some of those goals, myself included. I'm a victim. There's some goals that I set for myself at the beginning of the year, and by now I just let go of some of them. Some of them I didn't even start. Let me tell you. Like, I set one of the goals that I set for myself was to come up with a vision board, to create a vision board. I know very well I am not a vision board girly, but then I put it there. It's not bad to try something that you haven't tried, but then again, sometimes it's good to be realistic. I'm not saying that creating vision boards is bad or a bad thing, because there are people who create them and they work for them. But then again, you have to evaluate yourself and really ask yourself, is this going to work for me? Is it specific to me? So yeah, it's a good thing that we are in this month of February, so that we make sure that some of the goals that we set at the beginning of the year, we follow up with them to the end. So I'm going to begin with saying that, first of all, we set too many goals. I don't know why we set so many goals. Like, why does a girl like me need 12 goals to achieve at the end of every year? Am I supposed to achieve every single goal in 1 month, and then after that, what do I do? No. So I feel like we set too many goals, and this, again, I'm just going to say that this is coming just at the right time. When I was reading a book and it said, set 4 goals per year. Let those be your resolutions. And how to follow up with them is that work on one goal for every quarter. A quarter is like 3 months. So 3 months is like 90 days. It takes 90 days for a routine to become a habit. And once it becomes a habit, you get used to it. It can go up to the end of the year, and by the time you're done with your year, it has become a lifestyle. The reason why we set 4 goals is because for the first quarter, you start with one goal. For example, if you're a gym girly, you start going to the gym in the first quarter, and by the time you've reached 3 months, you can see results. It has become a part of you. You are enjoying the process. You don't want to give it up. Then you are free to add one other goal, follow up with that for another 3 months, while you're already working on the one that you set for yourself in the beginning of the year. And then set another one, build up. So by the time you're getting to 12 months, you have created a routine or a lifestyle with 4 resolutions that you set for yourself, and they are working, they are part of you. So coming to the next year, let's say 2025, and you're going to be looking at this video come 2025, once you look at the things that you had set for yourself come the next year, you'll be so proud of yourself because you'll be like, I actually set goals that I followed up with, and this, I want to think it works. It should be able to work because you are not bombarding yourself with so many things that you cannot follow up through, because there's so many things going on in our lives to actually bombard ourselves with 12 other things, 12 new things that you are not doing. So start with one. Actually, I actually saw a meme that said sometimes the reason why you don't achieve your goals is because you set them too big. At least try with changing your toothbrush. Well, it's a small goal, but it makes sense. There are people who don't change their toothbrush after 3 months. Start with that. Number two is that we set goals that are not smart, very vague, like I want to go to the gym. Go to the gym. For how long? What do you want to achieve when you go to the gym? Do you ask yourself these questions when you are setting your goals? Like, let me use an example of a goal that I set for myself. And this I set yesterday because yesterday was 31st. That was the end of our first month, and I needed to do a recap of what my first month had been. So I said I needed to stay disciplined and to be creative in my content creation. And this is what I asked myself, what do I mean by staying disciplined? Well, I can say that it's something that I've been able to follow up with because I told myself I need to create a habit of being able to wake up early, because when you wake up early, you're able to do so much, you get so much done. So by the time your mind is tired in the evening, you've already accomplished a lot. And secondly, when it comes to being creative, I ask myself, what does it take to be creative? What do I need to be able to stay on top of my game? And of course, I put out. I set I set some goals for myself on the number of maybe content I need to be producing per week, and also at the end of the month. And that way, I can actually sit down and think, what do I need to create, so that I also do not create cliche content, something that you'll come and be like, I saw that last week, I saw that last month. Nah, we don't want to do that. We want to be able to create things that are actually something, think new things, even if it's the same things in a different way. So that's it. So we all know that SMART is an abbreviation for set specific goals, set measurable goals, set attainable goals. Can you achieve or can you attain these goals? Set R stands for what? I cannot remember. Yeah, whatever, man. And then T, tangible goals, things that are actually you can see the results. So that way, this is something that we also learned in script writing, is that when you're setting a goal for your character, make sure their goals are smart. Something that by the end of the movie, you can be able to see that they actually achieved what they were looking for from the beginning of the movie. So I hope that works for you as well. Thirdly, we set goals because other people are setting goals. So many of us are victims of this. And I know for a fact that at the beginning of the year, you see many people going to the gym. But then towards the end of the year, or even in the middle of the year, so many people fell out the way. And you're like, okay, what happened? Did I set a goal because someone else was setting them? Did I set a goal because my friend was setting them and it didn't work? Sometimes you set goals and you haven't looked at the financial aspect of it. Maybe you started going to the gym, but then you didn't know if you're going to be able to pay for that membership for an entire year? Are you going to be able to get to the gym for an entire year? And sometimes we set goals, like for instance, the vision board thing. I promise you, I set that goal because because I see so many people doing it. I was watching a video by Zari Lynn, and she was doing her vision board for the year. It's something that she does. It works for her. Myself, I have never set a vision board or created a vision board for myself. I have attempted to this year, not this year, no. Last year I attempted, but then it didn't work. I told myself I'll try again this year. It didn't work. So I told myself I'm not gonna keep torturing myself with this. I will try and work on something else that works for me. Personally, I know for a fact writing down things works for me. Like I can set my goals, write them down, and it will work for me. It's sort of putting my vision into paper. Someone else needs to see pictorial representation of what they're working on, and it works for them. It doesn't need to be the same. Just find things that work for you and um, just work on them. So, in short, what I'm trying to say is that set goals that are specific to you and you alone, not other people. Do not involve your friends, do not involve your family, do not involve your colleagues. Now, yes, you can set goals that relate, appertains to other groups, but make sure they are specific to you. Because if they're not, you'll not be able to follow through. And then you're going to be mad at yourself because I set so many goals, but then I couldn't achieve them. Yo, no, don't do that to yourself. So, without talking too much, I would like to close by saying that it is okay to reinvent yourself as many times as you want, as many times as you can, because, like, like I said, this is the beginning of a new month, and I am actually talking about these things in the beginning of a new month, not a new year. A lot of people normally set goals in the beginning of the year. It's still the beginning of the year, but it's a new month, and we are allowed to reinvent ourselves every single time, because what might work for me right now might not be working next month. And actually, I feel like it's a good way to hold yourself accountable, or to just look through things and see, are the things that I set for myself really working? If they're not working, let them go. If they're working, keep at it. So, like yesterday, as I said, I was going through the goals that I set for myself and realized that I wasn't able to follow up with some of them. I wasn't even be able to begin some of them. And so I decided, why not set new ones just for a month? And then as at the end of the month, I will go through the things that I set for myself and see, was I able to achieve them? Is there a goal that I need to carry forward to the next month? Or what do I need to do to get better? Or do I need to clap for myself? Yeah, such things. So it's okay to always reinvent yourself as many times as you can, and don't allow yourself to be in the company of people who hold you accountable to the goals of your past, or the person you were in the past, because those are people who don't want to allow you to change. And guys, one thing that is constant in our lives is change. People come and go, money comes and goes, things that money can buy come and go. So the only thing that's constant is change. You are always gonna change. So accept that as the new normal. So let's see what these goals are gonna look like in the new month of March. Let's enjoy this month. This is the month of love. This is the month of Valentine's. Um, for this month, I have no plans for the 14th of Feb, but I know for a fact that I told myself that I want to practice self-love a bit more. Let's see what I'll be able to do for myself during that time, even if it's just staying in the house and tending to myself, just self-care, something that is just for me. Happy new month. Enjoy the rest of the month. I do hope you have a fruitful, loving month. I love you guys.